What's up, folks? Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. And today, actually, let me verify that I have the audio working on my. Yeah, hold on, let me check real quick. Okay, not working. Alright, folks, this is a video from yours truly, the Ghost of 8. I don't really trust everything he says all the time, but there are some videos where he says some truth, and this is one of those videos where I gotta give it to him. He's saying some facts. Now, of course, if you guys do know or didn't know or probably forgot, there's been this whole discussion about skill-based matchmaking and how it's affecting the game negatively and whatnot. I think what's affecting the game negatively isn't skill-based matchmaking or MM. What's actually infecting the game and what's actually ruining the game for the most part is the integration of Warzone. Because originally Call of Duty didn't have Warzone. Warzone wasn't even a thing before. Then they started out with like Black Ops 4 and then continued on with like Modern Warfare throughout like 3 games, and they made Warzone 2, so they basically abandoned the first one to make a new one, which is kind of scummy because people bought a bunch of stuff from that game, and so it's like they basically wasted all their money. But anyway, aside from all that, there's been this whole discussion surrounding how skill-based matchmaking is ruining the game, and most of it is just speculation. There's no real definitive proof that whatever they think is ruining the game is not ruining the game. It is actually what it actually is that's ruining the game is the lack of content and also Warzone, and the fact that developers are being pushed to the end, I would say, with like crunch time after crunch time after crunch time and a bunch of other stuff. So there's various different reasons as to why Call of Duty is in a rough place. Call of Duty is trying to is always trying to find ways to make money, and I think one of the biggest ways they're able to make money, at least this time around, is just having actually let me have this longer. One of the biggest ways they would make money is by having by selling Black Cell bundles in Call of Duty, and also crazy skins that you mostly see in like kid games like Fortnite and whatnot, right? Whatever makes them money. So they do that, and now since they're bought by Microsoft, there's no ending for Call of Duty. Call of Duty's not going to end. Call of Duty's not going to lose business. Call of Duty's going to keep gaining more business because, it's Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a never-ending, lasting franchise. No matter how you slice it and dice it, you can hate it, you can like it, you can do a mix of both, a little bit of both. But at the end of the day, Call of Duty is an established franchise, and it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon, unless they do something really bad up to the point where even like fucking investors pull out and say, yeah, we're not gonna support this game no more. So, it just depends. But yeah, we're gonna watch a little bit of this video, and I'm gonna to prove my point that these so-called trustworthy sources are nothing more than just a bunch of people who are grasping for attention because they don't have enough attention on Twitter and shit.
Sticks. And hating Call of Duty and all these Call of Duty hate channels like myself, we are grifters, and that's why I've stopped doing it, and that's why I no longer do it, and that's why I have changed my attitude and my, perspective and the way I do things when it comes to Call of Duty and YouTube in general.
Let's just see, because I remember there was one video recently we already talked about skill-based matchmaking. I'm gonna guess he's always been a troll, because this is a thing that people are like super mad about with the Ghost of 8, is that he's a troll, and he would troll basically the entire community for a lot of things. And this happens to be one of those things where it's like they think he believes strongly that skill-based matchmaking or EOMM is ruining the game, when in fact he's doing this all for views, and it's all a joke, and yeah, he doesn't really give a fuck. I don't think he really even cares, to be honest. Like, he's just doing this for a show. I mean, he's an entertainer at the end of the day, but like, it's like, bro, he knows that's all bullshit. At least most of it's bullshit, and I'm same as him. I think most of it's bullshit, to be honest. Most of this stuff that you hear about, oh, EOMM is manipulating your elements or whatever, it's making you have a bad time. It's like, bro, it's the fact that you're mad that most people in gaming, in like FPS gaming in general, whatever, gaming in general, are like more competitive, especially in an established franchise that's been out for 20 years compared to X-Defiant, where it just came out fucking yesterday. It's like a brand new baby, basically. So it's like comparing that to Call of Duty is like comparing pears to apples. They're not the same game, and they're not like X-Defiant is the newest FPS shooter. Call of Duty's been out forever, so. And there are other games that are also that been out for a long time too, that also have people who are extremely competitive, but YouTubers like to lie and say, oh no, they're so casual, which is total bullshit. It's total bullshit. They're just using that to get views. They use all this stuff that they talk about, EOMM, to just get views. They just love they love views more than being honest, which is, it's okay if you're like lying a little bit, but you have to be real with yourself and say, you have to be real with your audience, and or real in general, and say, yeah, I'm just doing this here for views, which they're not gonna admit that, because they're not making them look really bad, and people don't like, nobody likes liars. Nobody likes liars. Nobody likes scumbags, because they are scumbags. Most of those YouTube channels like J Bone Man, Blame Truth. The Ghost of 8 used to be a scumbag. I guess he's changed now. Gilmore, 402 Thunder, Murder Show. Most of them are just scumbags, dude. Let's just be real. Most of them are just scumbags, and they suck. They just suck as channels. But also, here's another thing too. Also, they've been playing the same game for the past Lord knows how long. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Figure out later. So, like, at the end of the day, man, it's like these YouTubers just suck. They just suck. They just suck. Like, they just generally just fucking suck. And so, of in these days, this type of content that you see with these people who make these videos and they say, oh, Call of Duty sucking because of skill-based matchmaking, ELMM, all that. It's just for views. But you're going to see more as to why this is such a big problem. It's a big problem. You know what I mean? So you're going to see why.
There is definitely criticism to be had for a lot of different franchises and games like Call of Duty, but most of all these videos, all the hate videos you see, are nothing but grifts and bullshit. In the past, it was a lot more justified because it was after the, I guess, community and people making videos. But now, attacking the game itself, almost all of it is a grift. And I'd like to show you a prime example, no pun intended here, with this Prime Pete fellow who is an up-and-comer, and all of his content is the same as everybody else's content. And all it is just trying to get into the algorithms, and they are essentially the 2024 version of these guys. Black Ops 6 is doing it! No skill-based matchmaking. I made that same video and I got tons and tons of views. This guy got 104,000 views. It's got no skill-based matchmaking, everybody. No skill. Oh my god. Oh shit, Black Ops 6 was rated 7 days ago. It's a lie. Wait, what? It just said right here there's no skill-based matchmaking. Oh my god. Now you're uploads today. Oh my god. Do not pre-order Black Ops 6, guys. It's rigged. Who's made those videos? I've made those videos. Everyone makes the same videos. It's all nonsense. Hating on Call of Duty.
The guy that is a complete scumbag, that he has bold text on his screen. He says, well, the game, you're not, like, listen man, listen dude, the game, you're not playing the game's playing you. And you show what evidence? Not enough to suggest that the game's playing you. You're playing the game, and regardless of whether you win or lose, you're playing the game. It is something mostly wrong with you, which there's one YouTuber that makes similar kind of content, but at least he's not like super extreme about it. But like, he makes like similar kind of content, and he doesn't say this shit. He doesn't say this kind of stuff that you hear. That you hear from these people, that they're like saying, oh, you know, they say like, oh, well, the game's playing you, and you're not actually playing the game, and the reason why you're having a bad time is because of skill-based matchmaking. And it's like, yes, there are probably elements in skill-based, or whatever, elements of skill-based matchmaking in the game, but you can't just blame everything on the matchmaking system. Because at the end of the day, you're always gonna end up in these lobbies no matter what. No matter what, you can't stop it. Not even the fucking developers can stop it. At this point, Call of Duty developers are just like, what can we do about it? We can't do nothing about it. We can't do nothing about fucking people just going around, shooting around, and being crazy and just playing crazy. They can't do nothing about it, because at the end of the day, what else can they do? They can't really do much. So I don't get where this is coming from. Where it's like, oh, you know, they are all, you know, like, oh, they're all just, you know, they're all just like, they're just making it seem like they care about the franchise, but then they let skill-based matchmaking ruin the game. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? They're just letting skill-based matchmaking ruin the franchise. You're just making a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of lies just to get views. These channels like this jackass right here just do all this shit for views, which is fine. But like, keep it real, Pat Steele. Stop calling yourself bringing the truth. What truth? What truth are you bringing? What truth? Where? What truth? Oh, that skill-based matchmaking is in the game, and you show a bunch of text on the screen. You show bold text on the screen, and you show other text on the screen. Yeah, that's definitely proof. That sure is 100% proof. These people are just fucking bullshitters, dude. They're just scumbags.
Have some validity to it, but all of this here, all these videos you see, whether they're Revine or Nero's or Blame Truth or anybody, all these other smaller YouTubers or J-Bowman or all these Call of Duty hate grifter channels, myself included, they're all bullshit. No one knows that. No one knows that at all. Is it rigged? How do they know it's rigged?
It's so interesting that nobody talks about J-Bowman, man. Nobody. Nobody talks about J Bone Man. Nobody talks about Blame Truth. Nobody talks about Gilmore. Nobody talks about 402 Thunder, Murder Show, I Am the One, Fully, because those channels are 110% irrelevant. Nobody gives a shit about these channels. Nobody. Absolutely nobody cares about these channels. If they really look at how many subscribers. Look at how many subscribers this guy has. This guy probably has 11.34k. Is that no? That's 11.3. 11,000 subscribers. That's nothing. He has nothing. Which is good if you have 11,000 subscribers. I mean, I guess Cook, but these channels are irrelevant. They're mostly irrelevant, and nobody really all they do is just make the same video every fucking day, and it gets so boring. And it gets look here. Look at Let me put another page so I can pull up J Bone Man real quick. All right. Oh, it's right there. That's how you know that'd be giving him views. So, alright, here's this guy's channel. X-Defiant community. Look at this guy gobbling all over fucking X-Defiant like if he's getting paid by Mark Rubin. Look at this guy. Pause the video. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He has 48.2 thousand subscribers. It's not. It's like a lot better than compared to the other guy, but still, it's like nothing, right? This guy making the same videos, just gobbling on X-Defiant, which, I mean, if he likes the game, that's all good. But it's like he ignores all the he ignores everything. He ignores everything, all the criticisms about this game. And then he gets on Call of Duty for making similar mistakes, but then later on he actually fixed a lot of the issues that people have with Call of Duty. I mean, obviously not the fucking skins, because the skins are going to be in the game regardless, right? But it's this guy just sucks off X-Defiant and Mark Rubin, but doesn't do the same thing for Call of Duty. That's how you know this guy is a clown. He's a fraud. He's a terrible channel. What a dog shit channel. And the reason why I keep bringing up J Bone Man, because a lot of his takes are dog shit, which he's entitled to his opinion. I don't know how to so I can't have an opinion. You can have an opinion. I'm just not going to agree with your opinion. Duh. That's how freedom of speech works on the fucking internet, or just in general. Not everybody's going to agree what you have to say, and that's just how it is. So at the end of the day, you can go fuck yourself. You can go fuck yourself if you think that this is content. If you think that this is good content, or he's bringing good points, because most of his points are dog shit. It's a dog shit channel. How he at one point was advocating, of course not to fire the actual developers. So I want to clarify this. He didn't actually say that he wanted to fire the actual developers surrounding the whole project, right? All these games Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2018, Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and not 3, but Modern Warfare 2, right? He wants to fire the head developers, all because of the fact that those games had gameplay decisions or whatever that he didn't like. So you want to fire a studio because they made gameplay changes, and apparently they ignored criticism throughout the whole fucking life cycle, which a lot of them boil down to fucking just nitpicky stuff. Just little mistakes, little features that have been settled later on down the road. And it's what else do you want? What do you want the developers to do? Do you want them to just oh yeah, you know what, take me to jail. You know what, I'm gonna go to jail because I made a game or 2-3 games that you didn't like. You know what I mean? It's bro, you can't be just advocating for head developers or Joe Seacott himself to be fired because he made games you didn't like, or he was part of. He was in charge of the games he didn't like. Like, fuck out of here, dude. Fuck out of here, dude. With that shit. But we're gonna watch some more of this video, and then, you know, I'm obviously gonna, you know, put my own opinion about it, and I'm not gonna watch the whole thing because I feel like this 10 minutes is like kind of a lot for me right now because I'm kind of like tired and I got something to do. So yeah.
Was it rigged? There's skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty, yes, but to the extent it is, everybody is just guessing. Everybody's just making it up. It doesn't matter if it's patents or not patents, doesn't matter what someone says or he says or she says. It's all just grifting. It's all just clickbait. It's all just sensationalized to get people to click into them. And we are ourselves destroying games.
Oh my god. I love commercials. I love commercials.
Destroying gaming. People like this, like myself, Blame Truth, everybody on social media in general, we can extrapolate this to even bigger things. That's why I'm making this video, because it's bigger than Call of Duty, as J. Dion says, bigger than black and white. It's bigger than just gaming. It is everything on social media. Your reality and what you think is going on. And I hope
you're right. Where'd you go? Want me to switch to Fedora instead?
Fedora? Why?
Next Fedora.
Because you want to more user-friendly?
Well, it's still dumb, but it's like... It's still dumb.
It's still no?
Yeah, it's still dumb.
I'm sure. As long as it works.
Alright. Sorry, bros. I gotta do something real quick. Hold on. Can't believe I should have done this earlier. Hold on, real quick. All right. So I'm gonna get this done over with, so I can get out of here and I can go do whatever I gotta do. So, but yeah, most of it is just guessing. There's no definitive truth about most of the stuff people say about fucking skill-based matchmaking or whatever. It's like mostly just bullshit. It's just a bunch of lies. So yeah, I mean, it's just guessing. I mean, you can admit that you're just guessing. You can admit that you're guessing. But don't just make up a bunch of bull. Actually, you know what? Let me ask it real quick. Hold on. Actually, no, let me finish this off. So yeah, like he's saying it's true here. It's just mostly just guessing. There's no definitive proof of skill-based matchmaking and them actually running a game. They always jump back to the Activision documents that apparently entail how they use it to manipulate your stats, or manipulate your gameplay, or manipulate whatever elements in your gameplay and whatnot. They don't have a whole lot of information to conclude that it ruins the game. They just have a bunch of speculation with a bunch of text on the screen, and that's what they have. Like, just admit that you don't have enough information to conclude that skill-based matchmaking or EOMMN is really ruining your player time. Just admit it. Just admit you don't know. J-Bone the Man, Blame Truth, 402 Thunder, Nero Cinemas, Gilmore, who else? Fully, I am the one. Please admit that you don't know. You can say Call of Duty sucks. You can make a million videos saying that Call of Duty sucks every year. That's fine. That's your channel. That's your content. You know, nobody can stop you from making that content. Ain't nobody gonna come to your house and be like, oh yeah, you gotta stop making these videos because, you know, the U.S. government's gonna throw you in jail or some shit like that. No, that's not gonna happen. But I mean, it shouldn't happen, obviously. But just don't lie like this. Just stop lying and just say, I don't know. And then move on to the next thing. Talk about how Call of Duty is shit because of skill-based matchmaking or because of UMMM, or not because skill-based matchmaking. I'm so like fire right now. But like, just saying like it sucks because of the game or whatever, or the gameplay features or the content or whatever. Like that's fine. I'm still not gonna agree with you. You know, whatever. I'm not gonna agree with you in your bullshit and whatnot because they say that Call of Duty's bad every year. But that's like better than like just making up some bullshit about skill-based matchmaking and then calling it a day. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. Just think about it.
For the love of God, tell me fucking amen. Please just listen. Please open your heart, open your mind, open your eyes, open your freaking third eye and listen for a second. I understand there's all kind of cognitive dissonance going on, all kind of cognitive biases going on, and none of you really want to listen or hear what I have to say, and you're going to deny it. But I'm telling you, just for once in your life, for 5 minutes here, just take it easy for a second and just imagine, don't agree, but just imagine that what I'm saying is the truth, because it is the truth. But if you don't think it is, just imagine this and just humor me for a few seconds here. Your reality and what you think is happening in gaming, in Call of Duty, in social media, in the world, in the freaking, whether it be climate change or Donald Trump or Joe Biden or the World Economic Forum or gaming or Call of Duty skill-based matchmaking, whatever it is, reality is subjective, which means it is open to interpretation and can be changed and is dependent upon the person perceiving.
Yeah, it's like the psychology behind watching these videos is they're telling you what to believe by using certain words. Like, if you deny that this is the truth, then you're part of the problem. Or they would say that if you play the game this way, then you're part of the problem. If you are the type of player that plays like this, or if you're the type of player that does this or does that, or they create this echo chamber of just everybody who agrees. I know people like to use echo chamber for like everything, but like they really just created an echo chamber of just a bunch of retards who believe in this same nonsense over and over and over again. And it's like, just because you thought that gaming back then was so much better because you were able to pump stop noobs. Like, I literally had somebody on like a Discord server like blatantly just admit, actually no, it was actually on a YouTube video, and he was talking about how he's not feeling Xdefiant, how he doesn't enjoy Xdefiant. I don't know if he was trolling, I don't know if he was making fun of, if he was joking, if he was actually making fun of people who actually think this way, I commend him for that. But like, he basically admits that he just wants to pump stop noobs, and that's why he can't do that next fight. That just exposes how these YouTubers are full of shit. They're full of shit. Man, Blame Truth, I Am the One, 402 Thunder, so on and so forth. They are all a joke. And they have been a joke for a long time. It's just that now, since Xdefiant is out, it kind of exposes the kind of jackasses they are. Because they don't really care about a good game. They don't really care about a game where they can actually have a good time. They're just so pathetic and so sad that they need to have a game that sucks their dick a little bit more than Call of Duty so they can have a good time, so they can pump stop noobs. And then here comes J-Boy, man, crying, oh no, everybody's saying that Xdefiant is bad, and then Call of Duty, you can't play the game, you can't compete, you can't play casually in the game, and there's all these elements, oh my god, so scary, oh, Call of Duty should be cancelled, And it's like, bro, you're proving my point. You want Call of Duty to have this matchmaking system where you feel like the hero, where you feel like you're just grabbing your team by the balls and just tearing up the other opposite team, so that you can make people think that you're good, because you're not that good. I mean, you're not terrible, but you're not as good as you think you are. you kind of suck. And you just gotta admit, like, it's okay. If you kind of suck at Call of Duty, just say it. I kind of suck at Call of Duty. It's all good. Not everybody has to be perfect. Not everybody has to have like fucking KD ratios like a crazy crackhead. You know what I mean? Like you can just be good or bad, whatever. It is what it is. It's just video games. It's not that serious. But they make it so it's funny how they say, oh well, people play so seriously Call of Duty. Why are you taking it seriously? Why are you getting mad because you're getting fucking like just hammered in Call of Duty? You know what I mean? Like you're getting fucking like shit on like on Call of Duty Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2 and like the first one and like 2019 version, and then you're gonna blame it on the gameplay mechanics. You're gonna blame it on the gameplay features. You're gonna blame it on Joe Cecott and the Doors. It's like, bro, you're just a channel of just complaining. There is nothing of substance but you complaining. That is their content. Their content is just complaining, and they appeal to like the most pathetic losers. I'm gonna say it. The people who watch that content are pathetic losers who want to seek validation from their shitty YouTube channels so they can feel like they're not crazy, which is like pathetic. It's like, bro, if you're not having a good time, you don't have to you can't just blame it on the game. You can't blame it on the game mechanics. You can't make up conspiracy theories like if you're fucking Alex Jones and then call that truth, right? You have to look at things realistically instead of just making up your own mind and, oh yeah, you know what, skill-based matchmaking is ruining my experience. Oh yeah, skill-based matchmaking is to blame for everything that happens. It's like, bro, stop blaming the game and just look at the mirror. Look at the mirror for a second. It's so easy to do that.
The data that's going into their brain. Objective means that it is a fact, and everyone would agree on that fact.
At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot.
Which is kind of true,
agree on that fact. The reality is subjective. And people on YouTube and social media will push things that will help them get money, get views. They don't necessarily even believe in it, and that starts changing your perception of reality, and you start getting cognitive biases, and people start getting confirmation biases because when they make these YouTube videos, they're like sensational.
It's like Blame Truth makes a video, and it's funny that his only source is Twitter. That's the first thing, right? And the time that he got called out for spreading some bullshit about, oh, the reason why there's AI bots in Call of Duty is not because there are people who get cheats to have AI bots in the game to use as fucking like what's that shit called? Like anti-IDLE or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? You know, that kind of shit, right? Like you don't have to play the game, so you can just have the AI bot moving around randomly so that it doesn't kick you out of the game. Because it will detect whether if you're inactive and it will kick you out of the game after like a couple of minutes or some shit, right? After like 2 or 3 minutes or whatever. But or 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes. I don't remember how much time it would take. I have to do a test on that. But like and he would try to say that, oh, the reason why there's AI bots in the game is to fill in the empty blank of no apparently low player counts, right? And he was called out on that. And do you know the excuse that he gave for not doing research and just making up some bullshit on YouTube or whatever? He says, oh, it's because, you can't find anything. So if you can't find anything about your bullshit claim, just don't talk about it. If there isn't enough information about the shit that you're saying, if your only source is Twitter, I am sorry. That is like a recipe for like fooling a bunch of people into thinking that you're the truth teller because, oh, my source is from Twitter and that's the only source that I have. Like, just because it's from Twitter doesn't make it more true. You're just an idiot. Or you know that you're just spreading a bunch of nonsense but you don't actually care. Because it's a fucking scumbag channel. And it's a mix of both, I would say. It's probably a mix of both.
shitting on Call of Duty, they get money returned to them as a positive reinforcement. They make money. They're like, yes, I'm getting clicks, I'm getting views. Yes, this is awesome. And then they know what, they start looking for problems in the game to start making problems again. They start seeing things that aren't even there, and then they start manipulating their audience and start believing that, and then they change their perspective and perception of reality, and that can be extrapolated out to politics. And I'll explain to you. Let me just drop the hammer and stop fucking around. Let me just hit you with the actual fact. There are two realities occurring in the world right now, and there are people who think Donald Trump is great. They think people that Donald Trump is the horrible, worst person in the world. It has nothing to do with intelligence, has nothing to do with education. It has to do with the reality and the perception of what we put into your mind. And you know
The Donald Trump part I don't agree with, because it's been established that Donald Trump has said a lot of things that are that lead more to him being a Nazi and being a piece of shit millionaire that has a bunch of money and has a bunch of supporters, and it should be concerning. That's neither here nor there. That's not going to get too much into that, but that's the only part I don't agree with that much.
Both people can't be right, but both people think they are right. But what is the reality? More so applies somewhere in the middle. Donald Trump isn't the God's gift to man, and nobody is he's Satan. Joe Biden isn't God's gift to the morons, the dementia, poster child out there. He also isn't the worst ever. But what is reality? It is subjective. It's based upon where you live.
Well, that's about as much as I can talk about. But if you guys did enjoy, if you guys did like what you see, I guess subscribe to the channel. I still think that these YouTube channels are scumbags, and they don't care about being truthful or honest in any way, shape, or form. They're going to keep making the same content, and the same people are going to go to the same people for that same content because they don't really have anything better to do but just to watch the same videos every day because their life is sad. But if you want to have a happy, fulfilling life, if you want to have a life where you feel like you can be the best you want to be, you want to have a nice career, you want to have a nice wife or husband or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, or you're asexual, you don't want anything, you just want to have a nice fulfilling life, subscribe to this channel and be able to have a good time, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, or not next video, but next stream, because I gotta go to sleep soon. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.